Good evening. It is Sunday night, and I am DJ Vinyl Vertigo. It's Pride weekend. Happy Pride, everybody. Hope you had a good one. I had a very, very busy weekend. Actually, starting with Friday night. Yeah. Was it Friday night? Yeah. Friday night, yeah. Went to Bayboro Brewery and to check out Adrian Younge and his 10-piece orchestra, and I was very excited to see that group. Hold on for 1 second. Yeah, and it was a very long evening. I had decided that I was going to go a little late because I was really tired from working all day. And although I had heard about the opening act, I wanted to just see Adrian Younge and his orchestra and go home and go to bed because I was really tired. However, what happened was Adrian Younge entourage or group, they were traveling by, I guess, bus or whatever it was, and they had a mishap with a tire. So they were stranded or whatever. They had some complications with fixing the tire. So they were late to get to the gig. And even though the opening act was ready, they had to do their sound check. So everything had to be pushed back. The show was supposed to start around 8 o'clock, and it didn't get started till about, I'd say, 9:30. People were there. People had come in around 6:37 to get there to get their spots or whatever. So people were waiting around for a long time. When I got there, I thought, they're going to start soon. And they said, no, the opening act hasn't even started. So I was really tired and I was aggravated and I was like, oh man. So to just think that, we still waiting around for the sound check to be done. No one's even in the venue. We were all waiting outside at the bar. So that was pretty rough. But I have to say, it was well worth the wait, even though it was aggravating. The opening act that I wanted to skip, I'm glad I didn't get to skip it because they were really, really good. It was a band called Soft Cuff. It's a local Tampa Bay band. Kind of like psychedelic soul and hip hop stuff. And they had a release called, with self-titled release, an EP called Soft Cuff. So I picked that up at the show. It has 6 tracks on it. All songs written, performed, and produced by Michael Bustino and Brian Shank. And it was recorded at a home studio in St. Petersburg. So that's really cool. Yeah, really, really nice stuff. If you like Snarky Puppy and the Motet and things like that, you definitely will be digging this group. Very, very psychedelic soul, though. Really good stuff. And so the headliner was Adrian Younge. I have some of his CDs. I have Midnight Hour that he did with Ali Shaheed Muhammad. This is fantastic. I have the actually vinyl version of that. It's Ali Shaheed Muhammad and Adrian Younge doing the Midnight Hour, and with lots of guests on here from, Bilal, Luther Vandross, CeeLo Green, Raphael Sadiq, Ladybug Mecca, Marsha Ambrosius. I mean, there's just so many people on this record. It's so good. And I got this last time I saw him, and he autographed it for me. Really great record. They both did, actually. Yeah, they both did. Yeah, both Ali Shaheed Muhammad and Adrian Younge autographed this thing. And I don't usually get autographs, but I was so blown away by them, I had to go up there and talk to them. Other records that they have are something about April. There's a new release called Something About April 3. It's a trilogy. So Something About April 1, which is this one, Something About April 2, and Something About April 3. They were doing, most of the songs they were doing from the newest record, which is called Something About April 3. But they did, on this record, they played Reverie from this record, from April, the first April record. He also did some records with Ghostface Killer, 12 Reasons to Die. I have 12 Reasons to Die too. So I guess there's 3 of those as well. So that's what I have with his stuff. So that was Friday night, okay? And then I got to go home and go to bed. I was so tired. The next day, I got up and took care of things all day, trying to get stuff ready. My dog's sad and cleaning and getting everything just together so I can go to the Pride March. I usually am in the Pride March because I usually, with WMNF Radio, I drive the truck. But this time Stephen wasn't working, so I wanted to spend time with Stephen. So we were going to be hanging out and watching the festivities. So we went out there around 4:30, 5 o'clock, because it was going to be sort of like a dusk. They were going to start the parade around dusk, so it wouldn't be so hot, And it was a long parade. Oh my God, it was so long. So I did that. We did that, and then we went out to have dinner, and then today I got up a little early, went to Kingfish Records, snuck up to Kingfish Records and snuck around trying to look for some stuff. And then went to the expo, the Pride Expo, which has all the, people have all their tables up. They have vendors are out there and they're selling wares and they're giving things away. And there's a lot of, drag queens doing performances. And Martha Wash was playing at this place called Cocktails. I didn't go because I knew what was going to happen. It was going to be really packed. And also, you never know when these visiting artists in these clubs, sometimes they'll say the performance is at 4. Next thing you know, the performance is at 8 o'clock at night. And I just didn't have the energy to hang out. And I've seen Martha Wash before, and I really love her. She was really wonderful. She's great. So I hope they had a good time watching Martha Wash. So that was Pride. So anyway, earlier I got some records, and so I'm going to show you some of the stuff I got. I'm not going to go through everything because I got a good deal with Kingfish Records. I think his name is Rick. Thank you so much for the deal. So I'm going to show you, because I put some stuff away already. One thing I had been looking for a long time that I thought I had and I didn't have it in my collection, and I got a promo copy of this one, is Swing Out Sister. I really dig Swing Out Sister, and this record is the best. His Breakout, Twilight World, After Hours, Blue Mood, Surrender, Fooled by a Smile. I mean, everything on here is good. Communion. It's just amazing, amazing record. Swing Out Sister. The voice on that woman is just so wonderful. And really dig them so much. Yeah, just phenomenal stuff. I always dug this band. I used to play them a lot at home. I used to play them a lot when I DJ'd too, because the sound was just so good. Corinne Drury is the singer on this band, and just phenomenal trio. Swing Out Sister. Kind of like a dancier version of Sade. Very dancey. I'm sure Swing Out Sister. So they came out around the same time as Curiosity Killed the Cat and all that, but they were the ones that really stood out with people. Curiosity Killed the Cat didn't last too long. I thought they were just another great band, but I liked both of them. But these guys really survived much longer. So anyway, I got it now. I was looking for Danny Wilson, couldn't find a Danny Wilson, so I got a copy of Gaucho that I've never had by Steely Dan. A really nice, clean copy of this, and very, very cheap. I was very happy to get this. It's a nice pressing of it, and I know I'm going to enjoy this one. Babylon Sister, Shake It, Hey 19. I mean, come on. Great stuff. Time Out of Mind. Great songs on this record. I really dig it. It's not yacht rock to me. I don't know. And also, I found this, and I said, God, I got to get this, because Mazzy talked about how this, Norman Mazlov, talked about on his channel, talked about this in one of his videos, saying that this is, if you want to get a comp of Steely Dan, this is the one you have to get. And then there was another guy, I forget his name. I might put it in the comments section when I remember it. Another channel talked about that you have to get the ABC, not the MCA, and that's this Steely Dan's Greatest Hits. It's a gatefold, and you have to get one that has certain. And I think I did. You have to get the one that has the nice surface on the. It's got this textured surface on the cover art. So I got that. And it should have a certain markings on the dead wax, and mine has, like, on one side has that on the dead wax. I don't think it's exactly the one that he's talking about, but if any of them has any kind of the certain kind of marking on the dead wax, it's a good one. This was also an ABC Records one, so I'm very happy to have this now. It has all the stuff before Asia, so. No, it's actually up to Asia, excuse me. Yeah, up to Asia. So, it's 1972 to 1978. So, I have this for my Steely Dan collection. Then, we lost some more musicians, and I'm going to just talk about one of them. Before I talk about that one, I'll just talk about this other thing that I got. I got this as a comp. As a complimentary, as being a DJ, you get stuff for free sometimes. And I got this for free, and I haven't reviewed it, I haven't looked at it, haven't listened to it yet. It's Santana. It's the latest Santana. It's called Sentient. This came out this year. And this has but 8 tracks on it. Blues for Salvador. I think he's done that before. Has Cindy Blackman Santana's on here. Paolo Rusticelli's on here. Miles Davis. So I guess he's sampling Miles Davis on here. Smokey Robinson's on here. He's also, I believe, sampling Michael Jackson on this too. So Michael Jackson's on this record too. So, and he does Stranger in Moscow, which I think is a Michael Jackson tune, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah. So we'll see. I'm not always really in love with the later Santana. It gets a little too poppy for me with him. And you do what you want to do. I don't, I'm not really judging or anything like that. But I'm just not really that. I don't get really excited with the later Santana. I like early Santana more than the later stuff. Although I do appreciate his playing and his talent. He's just so good. It's just that it gets a little too produced and poppy for me, But we'll see. We'll see how this sounds. Santana. And then what else I've been listening to? I'm going to finish up with the person who passed away. I just listened to this. This is a Record Store Day record, Garbage, Copy Paste. I'm so glad I got this. I was worried that I wasn't going to like it, and I really, really dig it. I don't know if you know this. This is Copy Paste is a Black Friday 2024 exclusive Record Store Day limited edition color vinyl 10 reimagined masterpieces. They do David Bowie Starman. They do Butterfly Collector by Paul Weller. Who's Gonna Ride Your Wild Horses, which is U2. They do 13. They do Song to Siren. Love My Way. They do. Psychedelic with Furs. They do Cities and Dust by Susie Sin. Banshees. Candy Says. They do I Just Want to Have Something to Do by the Ramones. And they do Patti Smith, Because the Night. And I really, the standouts for me with Love My Way. Starman's really good. Who's Gonna Ride Your Wild Horses is fabulous. let's see. Because the Night is so good. Candy Says is really good. Cities and Dust is my favorite. It's a standout. That's a standout. I didn't really care for the Ramones one that much. The original works better for me because it's got to be hardcore punk. I don't know. But anyway, that's just me. But overall, I think this is a really good record. Really, really good record. They pay tribute to other artists very well on this. So Garbage, and I know they have a new release out now, and I'm dying to hear all of it. So Garbage. Also, last week I was listening to this record, which I had never listened to before. I picked it up. It was in really good condition. The cover's in excellent condition. Blood, Sweat, and Tears. I don't know if I talked about this. I don't think I did. New Blood. Yeah, really nice. It's a really nice copy of this record. And this is really a smoking record. It really amazing, amazing record. But the thing that blew me away, was Maiden Voyage, which is a composition by Herbie Hancock, and they do a beautiful version of it. It's so good. But there's also another song called I Can't Move No Mountains. It's just wonderful. And Down in the Flood is another one. Touch Me is another really great song. This is really good. I mean, if you see this around, Blood, Sweat, and Tears, you don't see this all the time. You see the other ones. The other ones are very common. The other typical Blood, Sweat, and Tears 1, 2, and 3 or whatever it is. But New Blood, yeah, you see this around. It's cheap heat, so you can pick this up relatively inexpensive. I didn't pay much for this, and oh my god, it's worth every penny. And I don't even think I paid $5 for it, So, and it was in great condition, so I'm really happy. Last week I saw Thievery Corporation. That was the week of Juneteenth. That was actually on Juneteenth. I saw Thievery Corporation. And last time they were here, I picked up a record, not a Thievery Corporation record, but I picked up a record by Garza, who plays several instruments. I believe he plays guitar, and he plays keyboards for Thievery Corporation. But he also has solo stuff that he does. And this record, I think I showed this before, but I listened to it, but I didn't really get into it totally. But this past weekend, I listened to this record. It's called Daydream Accelerator. And look at that cover. Cars on Fire. He's got a lot of guests on here. There's lyrics right there. He's got a lot of guests on here. Doesn't really explain what everybody does on the record except for the vocalists. So I have to do a little bit more research about who does what, but I'm sure he does a lot of the programming of the keyboards and things like that. This is a mixture of like dance music. There's some dub on here, just like Thievery Corporation does, but a little bit more, I would say just a little bit more clubbish sounding than Thievery Corporation. Thievery Corporation is a little bit more world sounding to me, and this is a little bit more urban sounding, more dance club-ish, but not disco or anything like that. Just like Odessa, if you're familiar with Odessa, which is kind of like dance style kind of music, but dance with an edge. You know what I mean? This is edgy dance music, and I really dig this. It's songs that stick out to me. Can't Kill Me featuring Kalika and Walker and Royce. The Future Comes Too Late featuring Emmeline. Talkin' is a really good dub one with Raquel Jones on that one. Swim to Shore is really good. Letting Go is awesome. In fact, I think I'm going to play that on my show, Letting Go. And it's featuring Steve Downs. I don't know a lot of these artists, but Garza really, he impressed me with this record a lot. So I really dig it. I'm glad I gave it a little time to really sink in. I started really listening to it, and sometimes you got to just sit down and pay attention. Just listen. Don't wash dishes and all that kind of stuff. Just sit down and just listen. Give yourself a little chance. Finally, The amazing composer, piano player from South America originally, Lalo Schifrin, passed away. He did lots and lots of scores for film and I believe television as well. He, to me, was a contemporary of, say, Vince Guaraldi and Cal Jader, and he reminds me a lot of Cal Jader, except Cal Jader played drums and vibes. He plays piano, but Lalo Schifrin, just this record here I played today, and I was just like, oh my God, I remember this as a kid. This is called New Fantasy, and this is just I feel like this to be sort of a score to some film noir or something like that. It's got that kind of feel to it. It's a very sexy record. It's smoky. It's dark. It's just it's so good. It goes all over the place. It makes it conjures up feelings of New York at night. It makes you think of it's also it's a little dangerous sounding, because it has like it makes me think of I don't know. It just makes me think of really sexy, dark, moody, smoky kind of stuff. It's also it's kind of one of those records you put on when you want to have a martini and put the lights down low and be with your significant other, and you want to just get kind of cuddly, and it's just one of those things. I mean, even though some of the songs, some of the pieces are kind of loud and fast, it still conjures up it conjures up. I was trying to think of what movie. Taxi Driver. It makes me think of Taxi Driver to some degree. It's got that feel to it. It's kind of it's raw and dirty, but also very sophisticated at the same time. It's just so good. The horn sections, the strings on here. This was recorded in 1964, June 10th and 11th, 1960. I was 3 years old when this was engineered by Rudy Van Gelder, arranged, conducted by Lalo Schifrin, and let's see. Oh, look who's on here. On trombone, Jimmy Cleveland, Kai Wendig, J.J. Johnson, Irby Green, Tony Studd. On trumpet, you have Clark Terry, Ernie Royale, Snooky Young, Marky Markowitz. On tenor sax and flute, Jerome Richardson. On tuba, Don Butterfield. Guitar, Mundo Lowe. Bass, George Duvivier. And on drums, you have Grady Tate. Okay, Lalo Schifrin does piano. French horns, you have Earl Chapin, Ray Allange, Richard Berg, and Bob Northern. And what a fabulous record this is. Just beautiful stuff. And liner notes by Stanley Wilson, musical director from Universal Television. He does Saber Dance. I'm sure you know that classical piece, Saber Dance, on here. It smokes. The whole thing just smokes on this, and it opens with Slaughter on 10th Avenue. Oh man, the horns on that, the horn arrangements are just. It surprises you too. It comes out of nowhere, like that, 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 that. Oh, just this beautiful stuff. Anyway, this is phenomenal. You ever see this? Pick it up. It's fantastic. Rest in peace, Lalo Schifrin. You have outdone yourself with this record alone. I have a lot of the stuff on CD. I don't have a lot of the stuff on vinyl. I'm going to have to rectify that. I found this record. I haven't listened to it yet. It's considered an audiophile record. I don't know. That's what it says on here. But this is Ins and Outs. I couldn't find anywhere to listen to stream this. But this was done in 1982. This is a later piece by Lalo Schifrin, Ins and Outs. And on here, he does Con Alma by Dizzy Gillespie. He has a lot of his own compositions. He does also Manteca by Dizzy Gillespie, of course. Dizzy Gillespie kind of discovered him. On this record, he plays piano. Andy Simpkins on bass. Earl Palmer Sr. on drums, Sam Most on flute, and Paulino da Costa on percussion, produced by Jeffrey Weber. And let's see, recorded live on 2 tracks, 1982 Ocean Way Recordings in Hollywood, California. Engineered by Richard Feldman and Richard Feldman. Yeah, just fantastic. Fantastic. Well, I shouldn't say fantastic because I haven't listened to this one yet. So I'm sure it's fantastic. I want to say that. Anyway, I'm really excited to listen to this one next. And I think that's all I have to share with you today. Yeah, I just, this was a really full weekend. Very full weekend. And I'm back to work tomorrow. Let's see. People have been putting out some really good videos this weekend. Tokyo Brian has been doing some great videos. Mazzy's been doing some wonderful videos. Oh, Six's Penis had a really great pub crawl one. Oh, that was awesome. It's just really funny. Funny stuff. And Sam from I'll have to put his in the comment section. I'll have to put his information for his page. I can't think of the name of his page, but Sam did a great interview with Tommy James from Tommy James and the Shondells. You got to check it out. I will put his information in the comment section or whatever when this video is coming out. So yeah, really great interview. And of course, if you hadn't watched it yet, Mazzy did a fantastic interview with David Lowery with his latest release, his latest album, his solo record. David Lowery from Cracker and Captain Van Beethoven. So people have been putting out some really good content, and I'm very proud of everybody just working hard to keep things going. And so anyway, that's it for me today. I'm going to chill now. I'm going to go lay down and watch a little TV and go to bed, brush my teeth and all that stuff. Oh, God, I don't know why I'm telling you all that, but anyway, I think because I'm tired. Anyhow, just keep listening to great music, and thanks for hanging out with me.